Our search for the spoliarium brought us deep into the heart of Manila. Surrounded by Commonwealth-era architecture, the National Museum of the Philippines, built in 1901, is a relic of the past. Designed by the American architect Daniel Burnham, it is a well-preserved image of the American occupation.
Currently, the spoliarium is housed in the main hall of the National Museum. It is the centerpiece of a room filled with the artworks of two great national artists, Juan Luna and Felix Hidalgo.
Both Juan Luna and his brother Antonio Luna sought reform during the Spanish occupation. Juan Luna was at the forefront of the Ilustrado Intelligentsia movement, whilst Antonio wrote for La Solidaridad and then went on to fight at the front lines of the Philippine-American War.
Held in 1878, the Exposición Nacional de Bellas Artes was the first art exposition in Madrid. Juan Luna first entered this competition in 1881 with his painting La Muerte de Cleopatra, The Death of Cleopatra. He won the silver medal that year. He entered the competition for the second time in 1884, where he won 3 gold medals. His entry was the Spoliarium.
The spoliarium's success in Spain was a bright beacon of hope to the Ilustrado's intelligentsia movement. As quoted by José Rizal himself, it embodied the essence of our social, moral, and political life: humanity in severe ordeal, humanity unredeemed, reason and idealism in open struggle with prejudice, fanaticism, and justice.
According to the curator of the museum, one interpretation of the painting describes it as a metaphor of the Spanish occupation. The men dragging the gladiators were the Spanish colonizers, cleansing the Philippines of its old and obsolete beliefs and systems. This interpretation has an obvious Spanish bias, presenting the Spanish as the saviors of the Filipinos.
Based on this interpretation, we have broken down the elements of the painting and created our own interpretation of the painting.
The onlookers in the painting have mixed responses. One man is seen being pushed away by the Roman slavers, while others remain passive. We interpret the former as a Filipino rebel, and the latter being the rich Filipinos who either benefited or were only mildly affected by the occupation.
We imagine the slain gladiators to be the abused citizens of the Philippines. Their conquest left our country bruised and battered, stripped of all our rights.
The men disposing of the corpses could represent the Spanish forcefully cleansing our country. They pillaged our resources, eradicated most of our culture, and imposed unjust laws with no regard for the rights of the Filipinos.
Our interpretation of the grieving lady is that she represents the citizens who are searching through the rubble of their ravaged civilization. One controversy behind this painting is that it was only turned over to the Philippines by the Spanish in 1951, well after the Spanish occupation. This may have been done so as to not espouse any reformist or nationalistic ideas among the already restless Filipinos. We do have reason to believe that the painting's success still did reach the Filipinos, as the Ilustrados who studied in Spain would have seen and therefore been influenced by the painting.